This is my cooler. When I'm hungry, I cannot focus. And he's already pointing. So full of myself right now. Today is Monday, March 31st. We are starting another weekly vlog. I just finished up at the gym, did my morning cardio, the early start as usual, back to the regular schedule. No more work from home, but I'm heading to work now. I'm gonna be late. I don't know why. If I leave like 5 minutes late, I'm like 15 minutes late. The traffic just gets so bad at this time of morning. I had like kind of an epiphany. I keep having epiphanies. I keep having like thoughts while I'm on the treadmill or when I'm getting ready in the morning. I need to have a little bit more grace for myself because this is my first prep. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm not going to be perfect, and I have to remind myself that when I first started prep, the main reason I wanted to do prep was just to be on stage. It wasn't to win. It wasn't to even place. I just wanted to be there. And I'm treating myself and beating myself up over little things that I'm doing during my first prep that make it seem like I'm comparing myself to almost like regimen of like an IFBB pro. And of course they're going to know their body, know what happens to them because they've done it a million times. And meanwhile I'm doing this for the first time, and I have to deal with like hunger and cravings and making little slip-ups and beating myself up over it like I should have known, which how would I have known how to deal with these things or how to cope, or that these things would have been issues in the first place? I wouldn't have known. It's my first time doing this. So I think that's where my like refocus is going for this week, is just kind of doing my absolute best. If I mess up, I mean like I was making my fiance cookies and I had like one chocolate chip out of the batch of cookie dough. To me, that's like messing up. And I know it's stuff like the little stuff that adds up, but of course I'm going to make mistakes like that. And of course I'm going to struggle with learning how to stop myself from going off plan. Like I said, it's my first time doing all of this. Just enjoying the process and focusing more on my strengths and the wins this week and the things that I did right instead of the things that I did wrong is going to help kind of push me forward and get more excited. This should be exciting. It should be fun. I woke up this morning extremely bloated. My weight didn't really change. If anything, it went up a little bit. And I just had to remind myself, hey, it's okay. Like, your meals were a little bit closer together yesterday because you woke up late. Have some patience. I didn't have a proper poop, so that set me off. There's still tomorrow. There's still 6 weeks, and there's still time. I don't have to go crazy. It's kind of like the equivalent of like my second week of prep. I got the flu, and I thought like, oh my god, this is gonna set me back forever. But you recover, and you just try to do better for the next time. And that's what I'm gonna focus on this week. I don't really have much on the schedule for today besides work, gym, and going home. Because I don't journal, I find that these are kind of like video journals. As I edit, I'm reflecting back on what happened last week and what I can do for the next week to help my mental health. So it's really helpful, I've realized, to be doing this and kind of vocalizing the thoughts that I've had in my head and putting them words and recording them and develop them into like full ideas and getting a little bit more. I'm trying my best to get more comfortable on camera, and I wish I was more of like a high energy person, but I'm really mellow person. Like, my personality is not really super bubbly. Maybe it's not really meant for vlogging style content. It's more for me than it is for anybody else. So I'm gonna have fun with it. Jesus Christ. Someone across the road had like a burnout. Anyways, I'll see you guys for the rest of the week. I'll check in when I can. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Good morning. It's about 4:08. Actually, not about, it's exactly 4:08. Getting ready to go do my cardio. I leave to go to work right after the gym, so I have to have everything packed with me. For meals, I have my first like meal of the day, which is 1 egg, egg whites, and spinach. I have chicken rice and green beans, steak rice and green beans that I put a little bit of homemade guac on. Pre-workout meal is overnight oats with a little bit of pineapple. I bring a seltzer just in case I feel like I need something to fill my stomach. And then I have a plastic bag with a few pickles in it because you never know when you're gonna want a pickle. This is typically everything that I bring with me to go to work, to eat like 3 meals there. Everybody thinks I'm crazy because I have a giant ass cooler that I bring with me, but we are prepared because there is no room for error here. That's why I meal prep, is to have all of this stuff ready for me. So we're gonna go put that in the cooler. This is my cooler. Got it at Costco. It's a little bit overkill because I don't completely fill it up, but I don't have anything that's like a perfect one. I had like a smaller Yeti cooler. That's a little bit too small. Guac is getting a little bit sus. I'm gonna throw an ice pack in there, and it's pretty good for the whole day. At work, I have some of my favorite hot sauces in a Ziploc of salt because I'm supposed to salt my food, and I also have hot sauce if I ever want to like spice up what I'm eating. My favorite right now is Melinda's Black Truffle. This is it. I love it so much. I have a bottle at home and I have a bottle at work. It's 0 calories and it doesn't need to be refrigerated. I just don't have a spot for it. It's so creamy for being a hot sauce, and it's not very hot either. It's pretty mild thing to put on my chicken, and then sometimes I'll put it on my green beans. I have to avoid hot sauce late at night though, because my last meal of the day, like pretty close to when I go to bed, it kind of like gave me indigestion yesterday, because normally I just have like barbecue sauce, sugar-free barbecue sauce with my last meal. But I was like, hey, I'm feeling crazy, let me put hot sauce as well on my green beans. Bad choice. My stomach hurts so bad. Right now I'm weighing out my pre-cardio snack. I have so many supplements that I have to take. This is my fat burner, glutamine, and 2 scoops of creatine, because we went over this. I have low creatine levels right now. And then I have to take all my daily vitamins. A lot on my stomach. I was getting like really harsh like cramping after doing cardio and like chills. I pre-cut my strawberries every Sunday, so that way in the morning I can like portion this out for my snack. Along with that, I have a rice cake, which all of this feels like a dessert when I get to have this in the morning. So I just do like a half a cup in the morning, cold brew, and I heat it up in the microwave because I prefer my coffee hot. It keeps like everything moving in there. And I'm gonna have my snack. Submit my check-ins on Sunday. She got back to me yesterday with pretty much do everything that you've been doing. Same food, same cardio, same supplements, same amount of steps, absolutely no change, because previous week I dropped 2 pounds. This past week I dropped 1.5 pounds, and she was like, something's working. We're gonna keep it there. I was having a hard time kind of beating myself up because my weight had like gone up and down a lot last week. Every day it was different, and then I had like diet soda. It's just like, I did not feel like I was moving in a progressive direction. I thought I was just kind of like plateauing, but that's why it's nice to have a coach that can like objectively look at your weight and your measurements and say, hey, your measurements went down, your weight went down. Like, I get all in my head and the body dysmorphia, like I can't tell the difference between if I'm making progress this week or if I'm staying the same or am I getting worse. Like, she's able to look at that, and I'm so grateful to have someone that can do that for me. It's always better, I think, to have a coach. Here, let's do a what's in my pill box. My Core Hard, which are like cortisol suppressors to help me de-stress. I've got a digestive enzyme, biotin, vitamin D, cholesterol meds, and omega-3. So it's Tuesday, but maybe I'll check in later because I do have to pick up some groceries later. Bye. is Friday, April 4th. Not much to update on today. I have a doctor's appointment soon, so I'm working from home this morning. So I was able to do my cardio. I stayed to the same schedule, even though technically I could wake up a little bit later. I just like having the time at home, like compose myself and get everything ready and have a slow morning. I don't really like rushing to have like stuff packed up. So updates. I am in a hot sauce cleanse because a few days ago I had a garlic sriracha hot sauce, the hot ones one specifically, on my eggs, and after I had eaten that, my stomach blew up like a balloon. I just bloated like I've never had such a bad reaction to something. As hard as it is, I'm stopping that. I thought it would be a lot harder because I'm so hungry that like when I eat, I want the food to taste as flavorful as possible. Because I'm so hungry, I'll eat anything. So it hasn't been that bad. Like there are some times where I just, instead of like totally cutting it out, I just limit how much I'm using because I think I was going a little bit overboard before. So hopefully that'll help with digestion this week. We'll see. In terms of scale weight, not really anything happening. Maybe a half a pound or so that I lost this week. I think it's from the bloating with the hot sauce because I feel and look tighter than I did at the start of the week, but I guess we'll find out when I put my check-in photos in and I do measurements. It's crazy. Next week I have to send in my final measurements for my competition suit. I cannot believe, it feels like just yesterday that I was planning out the design consultation with the company. So that's going to be really interesting to see what my measurements are going to be. I got a lot of stuff planned for this weekend, so the vlog will probably pick up again now that the work week is over. It's mostly rinse and repeat and doing like the same thing every day during the week, so it's not that fun to watch. We did go get coffee yesterday and try to get a few more steps in, but this weekend we have gym, massage, movie date, Costco run, meal prepping, and then I also have to edit these videos and do my nails. Oh my gosh, do my nails. They are in foul condition. Hopefully that's gonna be, I'm hoping that I have time for everything. I have planned out my entire Google Calendar, everything, every meal that I'm eating for Saturday and Sunday, just so I know that I'm making time for everything. This is how you make prep work. You plan your meals, you plan your events, you plan your training. If you leave stuff up to chance, you're not going to succeed. People were saying, like, when I listen to podcasts about, like, people's, like, the hardest part of prep, they're like, oh, it's finding the time to do the things. I just don't struggle with that at all. I don't know if it's maybe my type A personality and having things planned and being really strict and with my boundaries and my routine, but that I do not have a problem or struggle at all with getting the boxes checked. What I do have a hard time with is the diet right now, because when I'm hungry, I cannot focus on what I'm doing. So I really have to work hard to distract myself and not go off plan. Like, other people don't struggle with that at all. So it really is different for everyone what prep is like and what is hard and what is easy. And so I think that's really interesting. If I can get through, I can still do everything. I just have to do the diet, and knowing that that's my weak point, I can work as hard as I can to fix that. So anyways, I'm gonna be late for my doctor's appointment. I will check back in maybe this afternoon, and we'll see you later. So I just finished posing. It's Friday. I wore this adorable backless top thing, and I got a compliment from this older woman. She was really nice about it. She was like, I like your top, and I was like, thank you. I am so happy with my new heels. I got new heels from the Shoe Fairy because my posing coach was like, have you seen the new ones? And I was like, no, look at those sparkles. So fun. So I also used to have the ankle strap, and these are just mules, which are so much more comfortable to pose in. I was so surprised because I had forgot my posing shoes last week, and now she let me borrow hers, and hers were the mules, and I was like, Jesus, those are a lot comfortable. These are my show day shoes, and they are like so much easier to move in, which is so surprising. But we're gonna go home, have some dinner, just me tonight, and I'll see you later. Anyways, I just got home. I normally eat like right away. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna shower first, get that out of the way, and then eat and watch a movie because it's just me tonight. He's out with the boys, which I don't know. We don't really have many nights apart, so it's not that big of a deal. But what do you want? You hungry? You hungry? All right, we'll feed the cat too. She's hungry. Good morning. It is 6:35 on Saturday, April 5th. I am headed to do my cardio, and then do I have time to pose? I don't think so. Tomorrow I'm posing because I'm a little bit behind today. But yeah, we're gonna go do cardio, come back, shower, eat, and then go to Costco. I didn't get to vlog in the afternoon, or last night too much, because my partner came home early from the boys, and we watched some TV and ate dinner together. So it was late. For some reason can't sleep in on the weekends. My body's clock is so used to waking up at like 3:30, 3:45, so that by the time it's like 5 a.m., my body's like, hey, we were supposed to have our poop by now. You are still in bed. So my body just wakes up and I'm like, oh, I guess I have to get up. I'll check back in with you when we go to Costco. So exciting. Bye. Good morning. It is Sunday. It's time to do my check-in photos. I'm watching some TikToks and drinking some coffee first because I need to wake up. We just have to do some cardio and then maybe we're definitely doing meal prepping, my nails. The movie last night we saw was the Minecraft movie, which was hilarious. They were like entirely packed with teenage boys and they were all clapping, and just having that kind of energy in a movie theater was really funny. But I had a great time. I was able to sneak in my meal prep. Pro tip, I brought my lunchbox with a jar of like boiling hot water. Put that into my lunchbox, heated up my meal prep for like 2 minutes in the microwave, and then put it into lunchbox with the hot water bottle thing, and then drove to the movie theater. And then I brought like this kind of like sling bag that has like 2 zippers on it, so I put it in one of the zippers, so if they did ask me to like open my bag, I could open like the other zipper and try to like make it seem, but they didn't even bother me. When I went with my partner, he got a soda and a popcorn, and I got like a soda as well. We bought food, so it's not like they're suspicious of us like smuggling things in. I don't know, they didn't care. They were just so busy. Like, I whipped out my phone to scan my ticket, and I was like 10 feet away from him, and he's already pointing the receiver at my phone to like scan my ticket. And anyways, he just did not want to have the time of day to bother with our food. So I was able to eat my meal prep, and I've been having a bad reaction to like diet soda. This time I was like, I still really want a Diet Coke. I'm gonna do this to myself. Like, if I bloat, I bloat. But I had done half sparkling water, half of a cherry Diet Coke, and it tasted amazing because it wasn't as sweet. And then I woke up this morning with no issues with bloating. That was a hack that I probably won't use again, because going to the movies is just so hard when my partner gets popcorn and I have to sit there even after I eat my meal prep. Like, all I want is something crunchy and salty, and I did take a few pieces of popcorn, but like nothing crazy, like literally like 5 pieces of popcorn. I can't handle myself around the smell of it. But it was fun to go to the movies. I don't regret that part. I really want to get today rolling because every Sunday I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed early because I have the whole day to prep and get ready for the week, and I go to bed at like 9 o'clock when I'm supposed to be in bed at like 7:45, 7:30. Gotta suck it up and move on today. I do have to go to the grocery store to pick up some odds and ends that I wasn't able to get at Costco so I can meal prep for my partner. Let's do this and make it work. This is my setup typically when I do my check-in photos. Phone at like hip-ish height. I got this receiver that mirrors the camera so I can just make sure that I'm in frame. I'm not really looking to see if my poses are perfect, but I'm in frame. And then I have this ring light that I use because just it's a little bit dark in that corner. And then I pose in this corner here because it's really the only, like, jackets aren't here. It's the only, like, blank wall that I have in the apartment. I love this bathing suit, or this posing suit, so much. Just because the ties are a little bit shorter and they're not like, I don't know if it's because all my bathing suits I have are stretched out, but like, look at, we're gonna take our check-in photos and then go do fasted cardio. Okay, y'all, I can't be happier with how my physique is looking after taking like check-in shots and videos, because I was kind of all in my head this week about if I was making progress or not. So I told myself this week to just check the boxes, trust the process, and the results will come. It helped a lot because I can't believe we're 5 weeks out and the way that I'm feeling and the way that I'm looking is so evident that that's happening. I forgot to say I'm 103.4 I woke up at this morning. 103.4, 5 weeks out for my first show. The second one's gonna be crazy. So can't wait. Those check-ins really made me feel good. And we'll send those over to Coach along with a bunch of questions to see where I'm at and log what I'm doing. And then, yeah, it's time for... Look at that. I have abs. It's crazy. So full of myself right now. But we'll do our fasted cardio and get out of here. Hello, this is Editing Kathy. About 8 weeks after this video was filmed. I don't know what happened to the footage from the rest of this day. Yeah, I thought I would film the outro now, which is insane. Jump scare, because I'm now at a different point. But anyways, you can see in this video a lot with how I focus more on my mindset and just enjoying the process and how much of a reward that was to me by the end of it, because I was so happy with my check-ins. Like in the beginning I was kind of just not discouraged but like confused as to what was going on, and yeah, this week was pretty like rinse and repeat, but it shows that like just checking off the boxes and not really focusing on every imperfection. I focused more on like just getting everything done, doing my steps, doing my cardio, and it paid off because I ended up making progress this week like it was planned to. That's the whole point of these protocols and prep, is to just go through, check the boxes, and do what you're supposed to do, and the results will come. Not to make it a spoiler, but it's worth it. I hope you enjoyed this week's vlog, and I'll see you next week for my 5 weeks out. Bye!